Yeah. Got his number.
Now, we've got a lot going on football-wise tonight. Manchester United trying to get into the quarterfinals of the Europa League, playing Real Sociedad. You can listen to that match live on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Rangers are in action at home to Fenerbahce, leading 3-1 on aggregate. And you've got Chelsea there in the Europa Conference League action as well. As for Spurs, work to do if they're to progress to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. They are at home to AZ Alkmaar, trailing 1-0 from the first leg.
There aren't many professions in the world where you have to come in and answer questions like that, is there? There isn't there? But I'm going to be polite and just say, look, we're focused on winning the game. We certainly feel like if we can play with the intensity and tempo we played, on the weekend, we'll give ourselves a good chance to progress.
That was Spurs No, it wasn't. That was Ange Postecoglou. We can speak to Spurs podcaster Chris Cowlin, who's going to be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tonight. Hello, Chris.
Evening, Chris. How you doing?
Evening. Yeah, we've only got a couple of minutes, I'm afraid. But that was Big Ange responding to the question about him always winning something in his second season. I suppose it's do or die on that front tonight, isn't it?
Absolutely. Exactly what you said, do or die. It is now time to deliver. Everyone has to be focused this evening because I was out in the Netherlands last week and that wasn't good enough. It does worry me slightly that Ange Postecoglou has said so often this season that we're nowhere near the level where we need to be because we're 13th in the Premier League table. All eyes now on the Europa League. This is our only chance of success this season. There are a lot of people that are losing a bit of patience and a bit of faith in Ange Postecoglou, so he's got to deliver in this competition, in my opinion.
Do you think Son's lost a bit of faith in him? He's not been the same since Kane left, has he? He never smiles anymore.
Son's gone through a very difficult period in this season. We're so used to seeing him banging in the goals and assisting and having that smile on his face, as you said there. He's gone through a difficult time, but I feel like he's still got so much in him to deliver. But, when you talk about leaders, people like Son, Maddison and co, they've got to deliver in games like this. They're big game players and they've got to perform in these sorts of matches.
And just in 30 seconds, how much are fans questioning why there have been quite so many injuries this season? With training, style of pay, what are they thinking?
Well, I don't think there's any proof that Ange Postecoglou's way of training is causing all of these injuries. I do feel like Spurs have been extremely unlucky, but there have been games earlier on in the season where, with respect, we've lost to the likes of Ipswich and Leicester when we've been virtually at full strength. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you.
The team need to deliver now.
All right, well, let's wait and see. Cheers, Chris. Enjoy. Spurs podcaster Chris Cowlin will bring you updates of Spurs versus AZ Alkmaar Europa League tonight, as well as all the others.
The Voice of the UK.
5 Live Drive with Chris Warburton and Claire McDonnell.
Thanks so much for joining us. 6 o'clock, here are the news headlines. President Trump has been telling reporters